Hey everyone, so today I actually wanted to make a video that explores the 3-2-1 practice. I talk about it all the time, and a lot of people enter the Mastering the Game of Life, Mastering the Game of Allyship container not really knowing what it is. And I explain it inside of there, but wanting to be one of those people who's like, I gotta hold on to my knowledge. I don't want to be that person anymore. It's a powerful enough technique that I think everyone should have access to it, so this is me giving it to you now. So the 3-2-1 refers to sort of three states of being that you do in a journaling practice. It can be a voice recording, or it can even be done in your head if you've got enough imaginative powers. But essentially what you do is you find a part of yourself that you have an emotional charge around. For some people, it could just be like a body sensation. For some people, it could be like a person that you like or you don't like. It could be a concept that you have comfort or discomfort around. Pretty much anything that makes you want to move towards it or gives you a desire to move away from it. And we call this in the integral framework something that you have an allergic reaction to or something that you have an addiction to is a great way to start a 3-2-1. And then you dialogue or you describe that part in the third person. So if it's a body sensation, you try and wrap it in words and describe it in as much detail as possible. I like to create a character out of it. Even if it's just a body sensation, I'll just be like, you know what, it looks like Yosemite Sam. What you do in this is that you use words to kind of create a net around the experience so that you can explore your relationship to it. So you describe it in the third person. Then in the second person, you sort of imagine yourself sitting down across the table from it and you dialogue with it. These dialogues can be as in-depth as deep philosophical discussions, or they could just be you shooting the shit. Or maybe they're not the nicest of dialogues. It doesn't matter. The idea is to create a relationship with the part so that it knows that its experience is a two-way street with you, that it's not just stuck with whatever experience that it's having. It can negotiate, it can create a different experience for itself if it wants. So you have that conversation for as long as you want, and then in the one stage, you take the first perspective, which is you actually then inhabit the perspective of that part. And this is a very powerful part because suddenly, instead of it being this thing that you're sort of away from, by sitting in its perspective, you can learn its embodied wisdom. And this is key. This is really what we're trying to accomplish in Mastering the Game of Life and Mastering the Game of Allyship. We are trying to find the parts that want to go to the goals that we're going for and learn the emotional embodied state that we have to inhabit to be them. And we also want to be able to inhabit the parts that are holding us back from that, inhabit their emotional states, and encourage them, negotiate with them to want to align with our initial goals. So this one stage is almost meditative. You still want to write down their experience from their voice in the first person. You'll speak as their I and record their body sensation, record how they see the world. You can even talk about how they feel about you, but really getting that full sense of their perspective. And then you're done. That's the whole process. It seems simple, but if you do this over every sort of negative or positive reaction, you'll quickly learn to integrate wisdom from your perspective. And a couple of things will emerge out of that. One, you will realize that you have so much wisdom. Just doing this on body sensations alone can transform your entire life. But you'll also recognize that most of the emotional charge that you're getting from other people is self-generated. You're projecting that onto them, and by doing a 3-2-1 allows you to take that emotional energy back and see people as they actually are. This is really important when you start integrating it into mastering the game of allyship. When you're trying to be an ally to someone, you need to be able to take their perspective. When you're trying to turn someone into an ally, you also have to take their perspective. You can't just do it from that third person, otherwise you won't have the requisite understanding. And more than anything, it helps you recover emotional energy. It takes a lot of energy to project your feelings onto other people, and it takes a lot of emotional energy to keep your shadow material, the stuff that you don't want to see about yourself, sort of hidden out of sight. So by doing the 3-2-1 process of, again, identifying, observing in the third person, dialoguing within the second person, and inhabiting their perspective in the first person, you get to reclaim that emotional energy that will allow you to move towards your goals. So go try this out. I'm really excited about it. Tell me what you think about it. And if you want to take this practice to the max and go after your specific goals, feel free to hit me up to sign up for Mastering the Game of Life. Or if you're really wanting to accelerate your allyship practice, hit me up and we can talk to you about joining Mastering the Game of Allyship. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day.